Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to first hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you, starting with deck number 1. Because your story or message be here in deck number 1. Or is it in deck number 2? Because your story or message be here in deck number 2. Or is it in deck number 3? Is your story or message here in deck number 3? All right, so I hope you have made your selection, and we'll go ahead and begin with the deck number 1. We have the 4 of Coins, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, overall energy, 10 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the 5 of Swords. Okay. Kind of feels like maybe, there's been some sort of miscommunications or frustrations with people. I feel like maybe there also could have been some sort of, some sort of betrayal in a sense. Okay, I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody has blood on their hands. I don't know, where this is coming from, but I kind of feel like somebody has blood on their hands. And I feel like somebody was paid to do something or is being paid to keep something quiet. It's possible, too, that someone is able to getting offered money to tell the story of some sort of information that they know about. Like, this could, be like someone is a journalist, and, a journalist does have to write about, murders and things of that sort. So I kind of feel like, there is something in regards to a story being told. So, I mean, I feel like it's actually more of a positive thing if this is part of your career. Like you're having to, write some sort of story about something that happened. But, on the dark side, it might be, if this is based off of something true, of course, then I don't know. It's like this secret information is that someone has or is holding on to or is a part of. Now I'm also getting that something may be coming to an end. There's several endings, or you're having to release or let go of certain people, certain beliefs. I'm seeing blockages. I don't know if someone is like deleting their social media, or sharing things and then taking them down. I feel like somebody is also kind of giving somebody the silent treatment. This is about some sort of silent war going on, where maybe there's been, a lot of distance, and then just like being quiet, staying away, and then finally just kind of like giving up. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to continue to play these games anymore. Like, something is just shutting down. And I feel like maybe you come to some sort of realization that something isn't worth it, and that maybe you're needing to let something go. I feel like you might be putting up some sort of a wall. Maybe because certain things have happened, you feel like you can't trust certain people. You're keeping things to yourself. You're not, talking about what your intentions are. You just maybe feel like people are vicious or have something against you. I don't know. I just kind of feel like you're building up some sort of a wall because of some things that went down in the past. Feels like there's an earth sign in your energy, but they aren't saying anything. This person isn't talking to you. They're just watching, or maybe they're waiting for something. This also could be some sort of past energy from a previous relationship, and maybe this person is thinking about coming forward, but they haven't done it yet. Maybe they don't know if it's a good idea, so they're just being very quiet. I'm getting stubborn energies too. You might be letting go of a job, or maybe you're feeling just like you don't want to do something, and if they're not going to let you do this at the job, or if you can't change your schedule, or if whatever, and you just don't want to work there anymore, and it seems like maybe you're possibly letting it go or leaving. Even if you do let a job go, I see another one around the corner. It might pay more, but it still might take up a lot of your time. As far as your dreams, I feel like you should pay attention to them because it looks like there are secrets being revealed to you in dreams. I don't know, you might be having dreams about secret locations, or maybe information is being revealed to you about certain people. Your enemies definitely could be revealed to you through dreams. Another thing is that you could be paid to keep secrets. People might view you as like a high priestess, or someone that you store your secrets into, and you're like this vault for people. So there's a strong possibility that, again, good career wise, it's like good and bad. Like I was saying, like if you are paid to keep somebody's secrets, then of course that means if somebody is telling you about the worst of worst, a lot of dark things that, you are promising to keep something secret. You can't talk about it. And that's just part of your work. But, it might also weigh heavy on you. Again, that's part of your job. So, this could be, it could be any type of field, but yeah, I'm getting that somebody is kind of like a vault. So it's the same thing as someone who's a priest or a lawyer who, has to promise not to disclose certain information, or a therapist, like people are supposed to divulge their secrets to you, and, you are their gatekeeper. I also get that there is some sort of big opportunity coming up for you. If there has been some sort of delay or blockage in your life. Like there's been something just like in the way, some sort of invisible barrier preventing you from moving forward or being successful or making money. I feel like that blockage is being removed, or it's been like a cycle or a phase, and that phase is coming to an end. Maybe you were put in a box for a reason, or like on some sort of a time out, so that you could learn or grow or just like reflect. And I feel like maybe the time has come where you've learned all you can in a period of isolation. Okay, so in a love situation, like I said, I kind of feel like somebody has been wanting to come forward, but they've been blocked. Someone may have been caught up in a karmic situation, and they had to fulfill that obligation before they could come and be with you. So there's a strong possibility that someone is being released from some sort of karma, and they're getting ready to start a new chapter in their life, and maybe they're wanting to start that with you. Again, this could be your situation. You're the one that is about to, you know, end this karmic cycle of something and have your freedom, because energies have been blocked or stuck. I feel like legalities also could have been keeping someone away from you, a legal matter, and or a fire sign has been in the way of something. It is possible that somebody's been on house arrest. Now, you might need to change your number depending on how deep this gets. If you had a restraining order on someone, and this person has been locked away, I feel like maybe this person's getting out soon and they're thinking about you. So you might want to change your number or move if this is someone that you had a restraining order against. Going back to secrets, I feel that if you are some kind of gatekeeper, that you're proud of what you do. It makes you feel good that people trust you. And another thing I see is that going back to if someone is some sort of a writer, I feel that somebody has a lot of good information to put into their article or their story, whichever one is being written. Someone has like a lot of good, and I'm sorry, it does seem like it's juicy. Like somebody's like, oh my God, this is like, I got a good story here. So I feel like somebody is kind of excited about the information that they have to write some sort of story or article. If someone works in the media, though, like if this is for the news, I do see something being a little bit of a distraction or a false narrative, or it's partially fabricated. In regards to a health situation, I kind of feel like somebody needs to either have something surgically removed or needs to remove something from their diet. Something needs to change, like for good, because it's a threat or it's unhealthy for you. Yeah, I feel like somebody needs to have something removed. In a love situation, interesting things going on. There could be more than one person in your energy. There's a potential of getting caught up into something a little messy. So just be cautious of whoever this is that is entering your life. For some of you, it could be an ex. I also see the potential of a twin flame reaching out to you. And like I said, somebody might be fresh out of a relationship, which is always a gamble. I never like to just 100% write off a relationship where somebody just got out of one and it's getting into a new one, because I've known people who that just happened to, and that's just how it is. You know, they end up being in a serious relationship with the next person that they met 2 weeks later. You know, it happens. Sometimes it lasts, sometimes it don't. But I do know people who have been in lasting relationships that happen like that. So I don't like to write it off 100%, but it definitely is something that you should be cautious about, because usually it doesn't last. But we do have, you know, these are some major arcana out, so that represent karma and things that are destined, things that are inevitable. So, you know, it still might be some sort of a lesson. Maybe it's brief, maybe it's long term, but just be prepared. If something predicted is confirmed, I feel like you're going to have anxiety about it. I feel like you're stressing. It's like you know it. If you are spiritually evolved, and you understand that you can't ever fully 100% escape bad news or bad things, you might be more of, okay, let me brace myself, but I know this is something that needs to be done type of attitude. So I kind of feel that the more that you've gone through and understand certain things about life and spirituality, that you're more prepared to deal with something, or you will figure out a way to manage whatever this new cycle is that you might have to deal with. Someone possibly sees you as temptation and is possibly obsessed with you, even though they don't want to be. I kind of feel like maybe someone got triggered and now they can't stop thinking about you. But at the same time, I kind of feel like they don't trust you, or you trigger their trust issues. It does look like two people are locked into an agreement. If it's not romantic, it still could be any type of contract or agreement. It could be that you agree to work at this job and you're under contract. It could be you purchased a house and you agreed to that contract. It's between you and that mortgage. You know, you wrote that, you agreed to that contract. You definitely could have some sort of obligation towards a Capricorn, or they have one towards you. And again, I'm just getting the energy of someone who is now single and it's like you're the first person they thought of. Now, this also does not necessarily have to turn into a full-fledged relationship, but somebody might be reaching out to you because they're available now. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 2. You have the 4 of Coins, Strength, the Devil, King of Cups, 4 of Wands, overall energy, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Again, I'm getting like a strong Earth or Capricorn energy. So this could be for those of you that are watching all 3. But I feel like there is a strong Capricorn energy coming towards you, and it's almost like stuck. Like, almost feel like somebody's joke is you're stuck with me. Like you're stuck, or we're stuck. There's a possibility of a reconciliation. Even if you are against it, I feel like maybe you're fighting against something, or you're trying to set boundaries. You also might be trying to scare somebody away. I don't know if you're trying to say certain things that would make this person leave you alone. but I feel that this person really wants you to talk to them or open up to them or give them a chance. And even though something initially seems like a no, it might turn into a yes. I see a barrier and then that barrier being removed. So again, that's another similar message that was just in the first reading, is that there's some sort of blockage or barrier that's coming down. So another thing I'm getting, well, let me go back to that first. I feel like somebody wants to visit you. I feel like somebody is like, can I come see you? Or especially if they're coming from out of town. I feel like somebody wants to stop by, and you might be telling this person no. And just not wanting this person to come into your life. But there is just this a little bit of a desire there that is just being fought. I feel like it's more so like you're protecting yourself. Like if this person was going to be good for you, then yes, but you know, you're holding on to something that happened that maybe wasn't so great. But that hope is still there. And I feel like maybe that's why eventually, you know, you open up to this person. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll, you know, go ahead and jump into a relationship with them. But you might be willing to have a conversation, like, okay, fine, I'll have a conversation, or I'll meet you for lunch, but not dinner, you know, just something like that. I do feel like there's an opportunity though. So another thing I'm seeing here is you making some sort, you networking and maybe making some important connections, people that you're going to want to stay in contact with. It could be job related, or maybe you're just bonding with some new people that you just want to stay in contact with because you guys share similar beliefs. But I feel like you're going to be bonding or networking with people who are going to be in your life for a long time. There's a possibility that you might agree to start a business with someone. This business may have something to do with travel or real estate. Now, I feel like Spirit wants you to be strong for something that's getting ready to happen. I feel like Spirit just wants you to not be afraid, and not to be meek, but to be strong. I feel like you're being told that you can handle whatever is coming your way. Is something, a situation or something is coming your way, but you can deal with it. You've got the strength to do it. And you definitely seem as if you are going to be faced with some sort of temptation. You might find yourself trying to restrain yourself because your inner beast wants to come out. Something's going on where you feel like, I don't want this, I don't want to lose my inhibitions. I don't want to show my true nature or what's inside of me. But there is like an animal inside of you. Something very primal wants to come out and play. And I feel that maybe you have been trying to bury this or suppress it. You're trying to lock it away, but it still exists. It's just been waiting. It's just been patiently waiting for you to let it come out and play. And I definitely feel like, you know, you are going to unleash something that's been bottled up. I want to say, and you're going to like it. You're going to enjoy it. So you definitely might find yourself indulging in the things that you try to refrain from. Now, this don't have to be that big a deal. I mean, you know, if you swore you would never, you know, let's say you've been vegan and, you know, you swore you would never eat meat again, you know, happen to see something that you just cannot resist and you're like, oh my God, like I haven't had this since I was a child, or you know, or maybe some of your grandmother is pressuring you to taste her cake that she made for you on your birthday. You know, it's just like, how can you say no? You know, so you eat it. So I just feel like maybe you have restrained yourself for a long time with something, but now it wants to come out, or it's going to be removed. So you could also be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or maybe a Leo. Also, if somebody has been restraining themselves from you, I feel like they can't do it any longer. I feel like somebody has been practicing self-restraint for a long time and they've gotten good at it, but something happens where they can't hold back anymore. So I feel like they're going to approach you, or something might go down between you and this person. If you were trying to keep somebody just as a friend, keep something very platonic, I feel that two people have been deeply attracted to each other for a long time, but we're fighting it and just don't want to fight that anymore. So some sort of platonic relationship is likely to go out the window. Now, I also feel like somebody might be going to Vegas for vacation, or is moving to Vegas, or could be going on any type of vacation and using that phrase, what happens in whatever stays in wherever, you know, wherever you're going. So I kind of feel like you might find yourself having too much fun on vacation. I also see something that is similar to a marriage, or like eloping. Oh my goodness. If you are a reader, somebody does not want you to read their energy. Somebody has like a barricade up. It also could be that you know someone who reads or is intuitive or psychic, and you might be trying to create some sort of a barrier so this person can't penetrate your life or your information. But I feel like somebody's successful at breaking in or breaking through. Speaking of breaking in, make sure you have insurance on your car, please. Somebody's pretending not to care, but they do. Somebody watches you in secret. I feel like somebody's also been doing some kind of candle magic in secret. I feel like somebody has your name on a candle and they're burning it. Not to hurt you or anything like that. They are just trying to get your attention, or they are hoping that it will help them have a chance with you. I heard the name Stony for somebody. Could be a name, person's name, could be the name of a street, but I heard Stony. I feel like if you go over somebody's house, their dog might not like you, or they're just very aggressive. Somebody is good at manipulation or taming you. Excuse me, or you are good at taming somebody. You could be some sort of like a whisperer. Um, this person might stay away from you because of that. You know, it could be something that, some sort of energy that you have where they feel like they listen to you and they're not used to that. So I feel like this person wants to keep their freedom, but knowing you, you know, you have a way with them, it's hard for them to go against your will. Like they want to please you. They find themselves like listening to you. You tame them. And usually I get that when somebody is, you know, has like a wild lifestyle, but then, you know, you come around them and they become reserved or tamed. It is possible that maybe someone wants to be tamed. I'm also getting somebody is something about their public image is an illusion. Again, definitely some sort of strong Capricorn energy coming through. Somebody might be purchasing a vehicle as well. And I feel like it's going to be expensive. It's taking a lot of money. You also might be very focused on material things, Maybe you feel like you want material desires. In a love situation, I feel like there's an earth sign who sees you as their ideal person. Unless it's reversed, you see an earth sign as your ideal person. I feel like after two people start communicating or talking with each other, they just immediately become like conjoined at the hip. Like they quickly become attached to one another and obsessed with one another. I feel like you are going to have to find a way to have a healthy relationship and not be just stuck or codependent on each other. You're going to have to learn how to continue to live your separate lives. I feel like somebody is very possessive and overprotective. Especially a love interest. It could be anybody, but I feel like somebody's very possessive and overprotective. Something about your work, your line of work or your career has to be top secret. Somebody might share some information with you and ask you to keep it a secret. If somebody has become distant with you, it's because they are keeping secrets. You might receive messages from someone. Definitely seems like there could be some sort of mutual flirtation between two people. There also could be, you also might receive some sort of invitation to something. Somebody might invite you to their home or to an event. Or if it's a job, they might invite you to apply to something. Maybe they're like, just apply to this and I'm going to pull your resume. Yeah, I did see something too earlier about somebody being able to pull strings. So somebody might be able to assist you. And that might go back to the networking part where you're networking with certain people that can help you. I feel like there's going to also be some sort of celebration going on. Maybe people are celebrating you, or you're going to some sort of celebration. Something also might happen around the time of someone's birthday. If you're waiting for something to happen, or waiting to hear from someone, whatever the next birthday is, especially Capricorn birthday, is when you might get some sort of answer or response that you've been waiting for. I really feel like you're going to get a chance to go on a trip. Also, if you've been trying to move, I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to move. All right, let's go on to deck number 3. You have King of Cups, Temperance, 8 of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Overall energy, 4 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Okay. Again, I'm getting something in regards to a friendship or a bond. I feel like there could have been some sort of frustration or misunderstanding between friends, or there had to be some sort of uncomfortable conversation. But I feel like whatever that frustration or awkward moment was is over. I feel that something is like a breath of fresh air, or people are like, oh God, that was a relief, like felt good to get that out. So I feel like somebody had to get something off of their chest, even if it was something that was uncomfortable, or maybe something that you didn't agree with and you just told them. But it's out, it's over, it's done. Kind of feels too like something new has just been established. Like you've just solidified something or just established some sort of foundation for yourself. And I feel like you're going to be excited this week. Like I feel like there's some good things happening, or there's good news. You're going to receive like some good news. In love, I feel like there's going to be a lot of flirtation. Definitely seems like there's going to be a natural connection. There's good synastry between you and a love interest. And maybe you guys are connecting spiritually. I feel that a conversation isn't forced. It feels very natural. It just flows. You're connecting with someone on a very deep level, I feel. I feel like there's also a situation where maybe two people are having to be patient with each other, but there's a willingness, there's a drive, there's a mutual desire here for something to work. And I feel that you could either be dealing with a water sign, air sign, or an earth sign, and maybe a Sagittarius. Now, I also feel that aside from this being 3 potential connections, for some of you, you may be, moving forward with a type of relationship that is either polyamorous or open. But either way, I feel like this is like some sort of mutual agreement. This isn't something that is like, people lying to each other. It just seems like it's a mutual agreement between people. Something is giving you a sense of balance and stability this week. It really seems like you're in your element or you feel at peace. There's a lot of communication going on, a lot of things being expressed. If you are creative, you might find yourself doing a lot of creative things. Could be making music, it could be painting, drawing, singing. But if you are creative, it seems like you're going to be expressing yourself or putting a lot of your life into your artwork. I feel like there's also just in general like a strong bond of friends. It's a strong friendship or bond developing. You also may be doing some kind of traveling. If you don't go anywhere literal, it could be spiritual, like astral traveling. Or maybe you've been having like a lot of flying dreams, or you will be having a lot of flying dreams this week. If a new relationship begins, it might start off as just like fun, or maybe it was intended to be a one night stand, but it looks like it develops into something deeper than that and it starts to move very quickly. Immediately, you guys are talking about, you know, being in a relationship and maybe moving in together and, you know, asking about children. Do you want children and things of that sort? So, it does seem like something starts off initially just for fun and then it just starts moving quickly into something else. You might have a festive week in general. I feel like you also may be doing things that are out of your element. I see like a lot of things blossoming. A lot of opportunities might come to you this week as well. Seems like if a lot of good things start happening, I feel like it's because you're like in alignment with the universe. You're in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. So it seems like, you know, there's no effort, but that is because you're just in perfect alignment with something. Now, you might find yourself seeing a lot of number synchronicities as well. Also in love, either you are playing matchmaker with people or somebody might play matchmaker with you. You might find yourself being a mediator in any situation as well. Like if people are arguing or if there's any type of disagreements between people around you, I feel like you're going to find a way to bring the attention back to something peaceful and keep everybody happy. I kind of feel like something magical is happening, or like you might witness something very magical. Now, you also might have visitors coming to your home. It could be anyone from solicitors to friends to love interests, but it does seem like you have visitors coming to your home. There's a strong possibility that you could be introduced to someone who either has a lot of money or they just give you a sense of security. On the negative, you could be connecting with someone who's in a relationship, but because of the other things that I picked up, I feel like they're being honest about it, and you might still want to go forward with this person because I don't feel like people are lying to each other. I feel like they're, like I said, in agreement. I'm getting something about a trip. I feel like somebody wants to take you on a vacation and they are setting you up in this nice hotel. I'm getting something about a vacation. Now, the vacation itself might be secret. I feel like there's strong telepathy between two people, and it feels like you're reading each other's thoughts. Yeah, I feel like you're making several connections. Now, even if this isn't just romantic, these could be good connections for business, excuse me, or something that is going to benefit you. You both are going to benefit each other, whatever the situation is. Now, I'm getting healing. It's possible that you're connecting with people who are helping you heal in some type of way, or you could be getting paid as a healer, especially if you do any type of energy work. Somebody might be paying you for your services. Two companies could be merging together, or two businesses. In regards to some sort of procrastination, make sure that you send off some sort of paperwork. Somebody is waiting for you to send back in some sort of paperwork. Excuse me, it could have been for any type of application that you filled out. But somebody's waiting for paperwork to be sent back. Or it could be that you sent off your paperwork, but now you're waiting to see what the people are going to say. As far as love, I feel like somebody is testing the waters. Career-wise, though, I feel like you also might be doing something new or that you've never done before, and you're just kind of testing the waters. You're like, let me see if I like doing this. And I feel like you're just kind of playing around with something, and that you're learning to see if you like it. Somebody's going to propose something to you, and if you don't jump at the answer of an immediate yes to this person, I feel like it like bruises their ego a little bit, because they are expecting you to say yes right away, but you want to think about it. It could be a job proposal or anything, but I feel like they're kind of surprised that you didn't say yes right away. Yeah, I'm seeing some sort of merger again. You might agree to collaborate with somebody who shares the same ideas as you. Like there's a lot of communication and creativity going around. So I feel like maybe something is the start of a new business. Something new is being formed. Again, in a love situation, it does look like people are coming to some sort of mutual agreement and just like wanting to go through all the details of what they're agreeing to. But I see some sort of partnership between three people being formed. Feels like you are also going to get everything that you asked for. Or if like you have like a bunch of wishes, like I feel like there's a lot of wishes coming true. Several things off of your wish list. I feel like you're also going to have like a lot of support in regards to some decision that you make. Whatever this decision is, it's a big decision, and people are being very supportive of you and assisting you. Career-wise, I feel like you might have different streams of income, multiple streams. Now, it's possible that you could be parting ways. I'm getting something about maybe a parting of ways between an air sign and an earth sign. I feel like two people might be going in different directions. But I feel like it's still, good. Everything is working out the way it should. This is what you've been prepared for. Yeah, I feel like Spirit's been preparing you for something. You could get involved with a coworker. I also feel that something is kind of like business mixed with pleasure. if it's nothing romantic, if you go on some sort of a business trip, I feel like you're going to have fun with your coworkers. You're going to let your walls down, and this might be the most open that you've ever been with them. I'm seeing something about a startup company though. Somebody might invite you to invest in their startup or to be a part of it in some way. There's some unfinished business between you and an earth sign. I know initially it looks like you and an earth sign went in two different directions. It could be the same one returning and just like wanting to clear some more things up. Or it could be one earth sign is leaving out of your life and a new one is entering. And it's just that this person reminds you of somebody. They remind you of your ex. Maybe physically, maybe something about the way they talk or dress. Maybe because of what they do for a living, but they remind you of your ex. I don't know why I'm thinking about Iron Man and the name Tony Starks. I don't know what that is in reference to. I feel like it just makes sense when it's meant to. Maybe someone refers to themselves as Tony Starks. All right. So yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you guys. Hopefully some things resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you for watching. Sending love and grace.